Douglas, so good to see you again.
Very good to be with you again.
Thank you. So we're here at the Nova Memorial 1 year later. How does this make you feel?
It's, well, I mean, as you know, I mean, it's a terrible mix of emotions, partly just being reminded of the horror of what happened here. In my case, I also always think of the people who were so heroic on that day. I think of all the hostages who are still there in Gaza. And I think of all the soldiers who've been working so hard and who I've seen working for the past 14 months. And so, yeah, a lot.
So let's start with the war in Israel. What do you think about the ceasefire in Lebanon?
I just have always said since the beginning of this conflict that I want it to be the last Gaza war and the last Lebanon war. And I don't see anything other than total victory as being possible. I really hope that whatever is happening in Lebanon, the decimation of Hezbollah, I don't want to see the decimation of 90% of it. I want to see the decimation of 100%.
Do you think the ceasefire agreement with Lebanon was a gesture for President Trump's return to the White House?
So some people interpret it as that. I'm not sure I believe in the ceasefire, to tell you the truth. I don't think Hezbollah will be able to restrain themselves. And I think of all my friends in the north of Israel who spent the last year and more out of school, out of their homes, and I don't know that they feel yet that this is safe to go back.
What do you think about the ICC arrest warrants against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant?
Well, it's preposterous. It's like saying at the end of World War II, you know, we're going to prosecute the Nazi leaders and also Harry Truman and Winston Churchill. And then, oh, well, all the Nazi leaders are dead. Let's just prosecute the American and British prime ministers and presidents. It's disgusting.
And also we hear former Israeli officials saying Israel is committing genocide, ethnic cleansing, just to bring Prime Minister Netanyahu down. What do you think about it?
Well, there have been people who have been making these smears against Israel and against the IDF from the beginning of the war and indeed before it. I think the first people claiming that Israel was committing genocide in Gaza were saying it on October the 8th. All of these allegations, they hit at the core, the roots of Israel. They're intended simply to delegitimize the country we're sitting in. They want to claim that this country commits genocide when it does not. They want to claim that it's doing ethnic cleansing when it's doing anything but. They want to claim this is an apartheid state when it's anything but. But these allegations, they have to be cut off at the root. And you know, there's this phrase I've tried to make a bit more well known in the last year, Vasily Grossman. He said once, tell me what you accuse the Jews of, and I'll tell you what you're guilty of.
Wow.
Now, the people claiming that Israel is committing genocide are people who want to commit genocide.
I have to ask you, are you considering going into politics?
In which country?
Ours, hopefully. Hopefully in Israel.
I think I'd have to find a very corrupt rabbi. No, I do recognize that Israeli politics is a contact sport, rather like driving in this country. So best to stay out of it.
I watched you and Ben Shapiro at the Chirut event.
Oh, you were there?
I was literally crying. I was speechless.
That was such a lovely evening.
Yeah, for long minutes, people stood and applauded you and Ben, and didn't let you speak. How is the feeling of receiving so much love from the Israeli audience?
You know, I say all the time that I'm deeply moved by that response and by the responses I have had from the Israeli public. I feel like many Israelis have taken me to their heart and I've taken them to mine.
So you have a solo performance this week as part of your world tour that you're doing. Do you have a small teaser for us?
Sure. I've been, it's at the Bronfman Theatre at the Tel Aviv Culture Center on December the 4th. It's an adaptation of what I've been doing. I've been doing in America and elsewhere. I've been showing original footage from my period in the aftermath of the 7th and educating audiences about what happened here. But I'm hoping that it'll give people encouragement, pride, some laughs along the way, hopefully, because we always have to be able to laugh amid the tragedy. But yes, it'll be a really great evening. I'm really looking forward to sharing it with my friends in Israel.
What is your message for the Israeli people?
Stay strong. Stay strong. The world needs you. The world needs you. And good people are on your side.
Douglas Marito, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. Until next time, stay informed and inspired. This is Dejobnik signing off.